Well, you know what they say. People in glass houses sink ships.
Indeed, people in glass houses do sink ships. Hey, everybody, what's up? Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Oh, boy. Yesterday was a doozy. We had some old tornado weather here in Texas, and I was around said tornado area. And the reason I was not online yesterday doing some gaming is that power, electricity, even mobile was offline. Yes, I was out. I was sitting in my house just reading scripture in some books like almost the entire day, which is good. It's always good to get some scripture in and whatnot. But when you don't have any AC, kind of sucks. Luckily, it wasn't super hot out, but got out, walked around, talked to some neighbors. Luckily, now we've got power and internet back, but some damage was done all around, and sadly on my on my car, of course. Love it, but we are here. Hope everyone had or is having a good week so far. But yes, we have some stuff we can talk about today. For some reason, nothing super caught my eye this time around, but we've got some stuff. Sony is now apparently apologizing for heavily editing that interview with Neil Kuckerman, and just what he needs to boost that already warped ego of his is to Sony to now suck up and be like, "Oh, we're sorry." Even though it's like, why, Sony? Why do you why do you suck so bad? Like, get your headquarters out of California and go somewhere else and get good again. Get good. So we'll look into that. Nintendo supposedly has announced, well, not supposedly. Sorry, I'm getting my my wording mixed up. Nintendo has announced a Lego Great Dooku tree set. So we'll look at that really quick. That was something that was really cool. I covered in the last show someone named Smash JT. He had his website taken down from like weirdos like Alyssa McConte, not her specifically, but she's part of it. She's part of it. Nick Calandra, part of it in terms of like the weirdos in the gaming industry working at Kotaku, trying to silence people because they're ass mad because they're pointing out on how terrible they are as people. Nick Calandra, he was more behind the Smash. I keep wanting to say Smosh, not Smosh as in that one group, Smash TV. Website's back up, and we'll learn why it's back up. But I thought it was a good win. These people who just try to mass flag report stuff on anything that they can find in the hopes of silencing their opponents, they'll go ahead and do it to the extreme. But website is back in place, so we'll look into that. And this is what I meant to say. Supposedly, Capcom is working on remakes for Resident Evil 0 and Code Veronica. Of course, avoiding that dreaded Resident Evil 5, because heaven forbid, it got backlash back in the day, and they actually had the balls to say, well, get over it, because, one of the main characters is also black, and she's shooting them up, so not really hearing you complaining about that. But we'll find out what is up with that. So let's hop on in, But before we do, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and turn on notifications to get notified when I go live. I'm on Rumble right now, YouTube, and X. You can follow my other social media over on X in the link tree that is in my bio on X, and then any other social media is in the description over on YouTube and Rumble. So make sure to leave a like, make sure to turn on notifications, because heaven forbid YouTube is sending out those notifications. I don't know if I'm shadow banned on YouTube yet. I don't feel like I am. I feel like I'm like still under the radar until I do something that really pisses them off. So Kroger had this sweet deal going on where I pretty much got a bunch of soda, like dirt cheap. So I snagged up Pib Zero and this Dr. Pepper cream soda with 0 sugar. In no way sponsored by Dr. Pepper. Unless they want to talk to me, feel free to contact me. I like it. Is this the best substitute? No. And I would highly recommend trying to avoid drinking, the 0 sugar soda, but damn, is it good. Anywho, let's go ahead and check out this Lego Great Dooku Tree set. Seems pretty cool. Provided to us by Niche Gamer over yonder. I'm just looking at the siding here. Yeah, whatever. That seems like a good enough spot. So Nintendo announced a Lego Great Dooku Tree set. So check that out. That does indeed look like the Great Dooku Tree. Apparently, let's see. We can kind of see the pictures over here. So you got Link right there. Oh, this is the Breath of the Wild. Oh, is there going to be a Breath of the Wild version too? Because this one's right now is, I mean, as you can see right here. So you got your Ocarina of Time and then your Breath of the Wild version over here. I was going to say that doesn't look like from Ocarina of Time, but then I just realized, is that 2 in 1? It is. So Nintendo and Lego have unveiled an upcoming collaboration to produce the Great Dooku Tree 2-in-1 Lego set. The set will run $300 and features 2 versions of the iconic Great Dooku Tree. I'm going to say this right now. I ain't dropping 300 for Legos. Sorry. I do enjoy me my Zelda, but that is not worth 300. And features 2 versions of the iconic Great Dooku Tree, one from Ocarina of Time and the other one from Breath of the Wild. And apparently set to be September 1st, 2024 is when it'll be available. Now, remember we read an article last time where they're trying to, like with their games at least, they're wanting people to go through the store. So I'm wondering if this is also like a through Nintendo only sort of thing. See, that just, I don't like that. You can't beat the classics, you know? I know a lot of people like Breath of the Wild, but Ocarina of Time was dope. So there you go. Nothing too spectacular. If you like your Legos, maybe it's up your alley. If not, then, you know, do you. Me, like I said, I mean, I know some Lego stuff has gone for insane prices. Like I don't keep up with Lego, so I don't know. Who knows? For as detailed as they're getting with their builds, is 300 worth it? Let me know in the comments. I don't think it is. I wouldn't drop 300 on Lego. Like if I'm going to drop 300, like I expect it to be like a good size, statue. Which even back in the day, like I still have the Star Wars, the Old Republic, like the PC game, and I got the Darth. Oh, what's his name? Not Darth Sidious. I want to say it starts with an M. Malgus. I haven't loaded up the Old Republic in like ages. The Old Republic. I want. What up, Scotty? Darth Maul? I don't think it. No, not Darth Maul. This is specifically from the game Star Wars: The Old Republic. Hello, skis. What's up, Scotty? Let's see here. Let's see gameplay. Malgus. Okay, I was right. Yeah, Darth Malgus. Yeah, I still have the statue like kept in the stuff here. Here, I can bring that up here real quick. And that game was like, what was that? Like 150 or something like that. But you got a sweet statue. Man, that game had so much potential. Okay, some other Darth figure. Yeah. Darth Malgus. Yeah, he's this is what he looks like. Right there. Did I miss out on the Druckmann interview? You have not. We have just started up. That'll be the main talking one. Well, one of the main talking ones, I think, today. I mean, I don't know. I don't try to rank anything, but it'll be a fun little chat. Kind of looks like Mr. Potato Head. He does. He is very damaged. Where? Okay, maybe I can find. Let's see, old Darth Malgus statue. Let me see if I can actually find the statue. Yeah, here it is. There it is. Yep, I still have the box and everything. So that's like a pretty decent sized statue, and that wasn't as nearly expensive as like $300 for Legos. Guess you can see it, compare it more. Like that box is pretty big. So I think, yeah. Like if I'm paying 300, like it better be like this figure, if not more. But yeah, again, I don't know the whole shtick with Legos. I don't keep up with Legos. So is it around a correct price age? I don't think so, but whatever. Anyway, so immerse yourself in creative joy as you build one of the two detailed models for the Legend of Zelda Great Deku Tree 2-in-1. Building set for adults, make a special display piece for yourself or any other fan with a passion with the Legend of Zelda series or merch. It includes curated items from the game, such as Ocarina of Time, the Hylian shield, the Master Sword, and other detailed elements. There's also a collectible Adventure Hero minifigure of Princess Zelda and 3 minifigures versions of Link. Like, I feel like you could easily just get this somewhere else, and it'll look just as good, if not better, unless the Lego aesthetic is your choice. Also, good to see you two are a pizza enthusiast. Indeed, I am a pizza enthusiast. I will love pizza forever. Can do no wrong. Tries to be the best it can be, even if people put pineapple on it, which I've had. Doesn't bother me, but definitely not my go-to. So an impressive display piece, this buildable model features obviously 2 versions of the Great Deku Tree, from Ocarina or Breath, plus Link's house, and more. Each version also has posable facial features and accessible panels on the sides. So I'm wondering, like, do you attach this stuff like down the road? Like if they release more, do they just attach it? I'm assuming they just attach it to like other release sets or whatever. Anyway, and then it just tries to hype you up more about it. It's going to be released, like I said, September 1st. Features over 2,500 pieces and includes 4 minifigs. What a bunch of figs that are mini. 1 Zelda and 3 different versions of Link. Well, there you go. If that's your cup of tea, check it out. Let's see. So, next on what we got here is, as you can see right here, we've got Smash JT's website pulled up. I read on the show last time a little bit about an article talking about Nick Calandra here with Smash TV, who recently's website, this one, I would assume, got taken down. And as you can see, it is back up. He fought against it, and it is back up with Wix apparently declaring that, yeah, he didn't break any terms of service whatsoever. And a lot of people are pointed it out that because he, as you can see right here, he has a Kotaku detected. So he's kind of doing the same thing with Cabrutus, I believe that's the name, who does the Sweet Baby Ink detector. This guy did a Kotaku one that anybody associated with Kotaku or like in the circle of Kotaku, making a list here. Of course, Alyssa Mercante is on there, and apparently Nick Calandra was on the list and then got taken off and then got put back because it was true that I guess, in the sense that he is a garbage person, which from the DMs that I've seen, I tend to think so. But so Nick got a bunch of people together, told them to mass report the website to the website builder Wix, and they took it down. But as you can see, it is now back up, and I believe kind of what I saw earlier is that the reason it is back up is because this was done during Memorial Day. So according to Wix, it was just an automated response at the time. So I guess their automated responses is any sort of mass flagging or whatever. Just take down the whole website. Seems like a really bad automated decision. My apologies for keeping it on this picture for that long. So this is from Smash JT himself. He goes, "Oh, before I get started, this is an opinion piece. Sounds good. And my opinion is you guys are horrible sacks of shit that should be embarrassed by your approach to online discourse. Hopefully what has recently transpired has taught us all something about ourselves, but I won't hold my breath. All right. Hindsight, it was fairly obvious. It was a fairly obvious turn of events. SmashJT.com has been reinstated after an investigation by the domain host Wix found no wrongdoings, as all the information used on hashtag Kotaku detected has been proven to be used from the public domain. Yes, and I've heard some people say that even the people that are being listed can be declared as a limited public figure. Like I would assume I would be a limited public figure as well, if not a public figure. I don't know. But there you go. Defamation is a thing, you know, according to this tweet right here by this weirdo who apparently likes to repost her own stuff. I mean, sure, why not? I wouldn't say I've never done that before. I've reposted some of my stuff in the past, but I don't do it anymore. So this decision has left Alyssa Mercante Nick Calandra, and their followers coping and seething at taking a significant loss. There's apparently a thanks for the video right here. But yeah, you know, yeah, you guys tried to mass report this and you lost. And yeah, you guys are.
And this guy must be a fag.
Didn't really set it up for that much, but in any case, they were indeed fags. I would smash if I'm being honest. MTYX was a feminist crazy shoe. I can save her. I can save her. Good job, Ted Cruz, Zodiac Killer, over on Rumble. What's up, dude? Oh my goodness. Anyway, so the fallout on social media has been nothing short of spectacular, with their tweets offering a blend of denial and desperate attempts to control the narrative that has all but slipped away from the grasp. And they usually, I mean, that's usually the thing that they always do. Everything is rewriting history. I've said it before. Lots of people have said it. It's all about rewriting history. This is why they purposely make definitions vague. Like, you know, if we want to take it to extreme, like a woman, for example, that whole argument. This is why they won't give you a straight up definition, because they want to keep it vague enough so that if they turn out to be disgusting scumbags, they then have enough room to be like, well, that's not what I really meant. It's the same thing that the news people use with misinformation. When the opponent uses it, it was intentional. It was purposely done to corral and mislead people. But when they do it, oops, it was just an accident. My bad. Oh, my bad, bro. Please forgive me. What's up, Scotty? Back with them chicken cheeseburgers. I had some what's called a meat lover's breakfast bowl, where it's egg, cheese, and I add more cheese, bacon, sausage, little bits of potato, but only 13 carbs total. It's delicious. If you're on keto, check them out. It's fun. I'll probably get some more snacks here down the road. First off, let's start with how Alyssa was a tad preemptive in dancing on the grave of Smash JT with their tweet. Oop, website not detected. Huge shout out to Nick Calandra, who reached out to Wix about the site and consistently followed up, i.e. spam. Clearly, they agreed that he was engaging in targeted harassment. He wasn't, among other things. So then she continued in a follow-up tweet. This is a great precedent, a great sign that there are people and places on the internet who know targeted harassment and cyberbullying when they see it. Now, targeted harassment is a very vague definition, but of course she's not giving it. I mean, here, let's see what I'm on Brave. Targeted harassment refers to the coordinated and organized online harassment of an individual or group of individuals to threaten, censor, or upset them, or to disrupt their operations or behavior. Now, if it's like the same thing as Sweet Baby Inc., which JT here has clearly done, because it's obvious that he's doing the same thing like what Sweet Baby Inc. detector does. All you're doing is just being like, these are the people associated with Kotaku. Take that as it is. Kind of reminds me of like Romeo and Juliet, when the Capulets crew bite their thumb, and then the Montagues, the Montagues bite their thumb as the Capulets are nearby, and the Capulets get butt hurt, and they're like, are you flipping us off? And he's like, nope, I'm biting my thumb, but that's it. He's like, oh no, I think you're flipping me off. And it's like, well, I'm biting my thumb. Am I biting my thumb at you? I don't know. Makes me think of that. And I just think it's funny because these people can just get bent out of shape so quickly. Sounds good. But Alyssa is an idiot that is best left alone. Oh yeah, I want to engage her. In fact, I can't because I'm blocked. Because I think I pointed out, like, I don't know. I'm more than positive I made some going for the jugular sort of tweet about how, retarded she is or something like that. And I was instant blocked. So, I ain't losing sleep. The swift reinstatement of SmashJT.com ironically proved the baseless nature of her claims, yet she still persists in her attempt to portray herself as the moral victor. See, this is why this also ties into the idea of this is why you don't apologize to people. If you need to apologize, you only apologize to the people that that are specifically involved, and you do it behind the scenes because it's no one else's fucking business. This is why you don't apologize in any sort of online thing, is because this is what they do. This is the gymnastics that they do in their minds to always make sure that they come out as the right people, the righteous people in the end, whether it's I'm the victim, whether it's, well, that's not what I meant, whether it's, oh, you're apologizing, so you're admitting to everything that I'm saying about you and then dangle it over your head forever. This is what you do. I am taking a break from Twitter. I am not, but good choice. I don't hold that against you. They sense blood in the water. So something that she seemingly has made a habit of for ... some time now. For instance, after the reinstatement, she tweeted, "You can keep your website. It helps me." Let's see. And that was made today, apparently, at 8:59 a.m. with only a whopping 20 likes. Very good. I mean, my engagement isn't exactly the greatest either, but, I don't care. More so a thing I do once in a while to recharge my mental batteries. Yep. A pathetic, feeble attempt to reframe the situation as somehow being a personal victory. I'd say it would be impressive if it even came close to working. But unfortunately, she has to deal in the same reality we all partake in. She realized that it looked stupid, so decided to tweet more and push her case. If you think you have any right to hold anybody accountable when you promote there it is. There's the SJW checklist. You know what? I bet they have transphobia, racism. Oh, she forgot a comma, fucking retard. Sexism and more. You're delulu. I bet there just must be a list. I mean, we all know she likes lists because she made a list of like all the YouTube videos talking about her. I mean, technically mine isn't so much targeted at her. She's just part of this thing that I'm reading. But I bet she has like a list of like just this exact sentence, maybe grammatically fixed up in a more recent version, and just has this entire list. And so that when something like this happens, it's just highlight, Control C, Control V, boop. And then apparently account these nuts. I mean, no, thank you, because you might have them. Ooh. Listen, Mercante's reaction is particularly fascinating. Even in the face of a clear defeat, she clings to a narrative of superiority, attempting to manipulate public perception with a tone remnants of a college professor addressing an errant student. Mercante's psychological tactics are more transparent than ever while holding the massive L. And yeah, didn't she even say that like there's psychic attacks or something like shit? I mean, maybe the demon inside of her like doesn't like it or something like that. I don't know. She speaks from a place of perceived intellectual authority, attempting to frame her loss somehow as some sort of a strategic win in a bigger picture. And then we have Nick. See, this is the other thing too. Like these people think they're the masters of 4D chess. It's like when the main writer of what is it, She-Hulk, was saying like, "Oh yeah, from the very beginning, we were destined to make that all the haters out there that we knew were going to happen, we made sure to write it like at the end." Although at the end they went like what, like Deadpool break the fourth wall or something, completely not She-Hulkish whatsoever. Like I don't think of that when I think of She-Hulk. Um, but yeah, these people think they're the masters of like 4D chess, and it's so dumb. But then they say that like then they'll go in like way down the rabbit hole of like, well, these people they're planning it because it's this, and this, and conspiracy stuff. But of course, their conspiracy stuff is correct. Ours is incorrect or harmful. XYZ. I don't think she. I don't think she knows how to use the D's nuts meme. The left know how the left never know, let alone journos. Well, like every time I see a leftist meme, I think of the Disney meme where it's the left can't meme and it's very, Disney, the opening and like the star and the castle and the little shooting stars, like the left can't meme, that sort of thing that you get from the old school Disney stuff. Who knows if they still do this particular one. And then you see the left's version of that version, and all it is that one, and then very shittily crossing out left and then right and right. That's like that's every time I think of when a leftist tries to meme, like every time, and I just giggle. I just become a big old giggle puss, and it's so terrible. It's so terrible. So Nick responded, "I'm not spending another week tweeting about this baloney. I have actual work to do." Oh, just like you said, you would leave just a very short like list of things and then proceeded to, a 1 through 3 list, but then it turned into like a thread or something. and then said, this is all I'm going to speak about. And then 2 hours later, immediately commented on it. Yeah, sure. I will be actively working to take this list down this week. And once again, I suggest you do the same. I'm done messing around with these guys. Okay, so so now dude, you straight up just admitted that your goal is to get this taken down. Like, that's your goal. You already lost on the mass flag over at Wix, and now you just admitted that you're going to be trying another mass flagging at some point. Ugh. Oh my goodness. I'm done messing around with these guys. Remember, guys, this is the narcissist who thinks anybody will know who he is when you see him in a bar and wouldn't dare come up to him because he would, fisticuffs against you, get kicked out because he would whoop your ass. That's this guy right here in a private mode. Might I add. Why even make just mute people? Mute them or block them. Like, who gives a shit? Like, why put this in protective mode? Just mute people. I mean, you guys live on Twitter all day. Like, is it really that going out of your way to just be like mute, 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 block, block? Oh my gosh. So his behavior has been equally perplexing and self-destructive. Rather than focusing on rebuilding his reputation, which he is actively tarnishing in real time, Calandra has chosen to engage in theatrics, pretending to file lawsuits and making grandiose threats. One of his most alarming tactics was his public call to target the revenue source of his detractors. Really? Tweeting, these guys will never stop doing this unless you go after their funding sources. Uh-oh. If you follow me and see what's happening here, I'm asking you to help me stop this before someone gets hurt. Not making jokes about, not dunking on them. It needs to be reported. And again, see where this is coming from. This is coming from the narcissistic idea that you know what's best for everybody, that you know what needs to happen in order to stop this stuff. And this is literally destroying their livelihood. Straight up says it. Go after their funding sources. You are a piece of shit. Oh, someone just made a list of people associated with Kotaku. Get their bank account canceled. Get their bank account canceled. Fuck these assholes. Garbage people, man. People who think like that believe a lot of people are better off just living in closets. This is all for clout. This is all in the end for clout. For them to appear that they're the superior people, that they've overcome this great injustice and they've came out on top and thus should be praised forever. Gosh. These people are scum. Dude, the worst thing, canceling people is the most pussy beta bitch move that you can possibly do, because it goes to show that you can't stand up for yourself. The silence down to, their stupid chant, silence is violence. Until they actually piss off the wrong person, and the wrong person who has nothing to lose will actually do harm to them, because there's some guy out there it's going to come down to it. You just know it, and you're starting to see people do it now. I just giggle and laugh because again, it's the poking bear thing. It's like, oh, they struck me, or they finally snapped. You see what I was talking about? And it's like, well, you're leaving out the context that you constantly poked them in the face, and then you're mad that you're going to be spending the next 4 months in the back position with your mouth open, because that's what you're going to be showing your dentist the next 4 months, what do you think was going to happen? This is the greatest thing. These people think they're so tough until they run into that one person that's like, I have zero shit, and just get wrecked and just get broken. whether spiritually, I hate to say it, physically at some point. Because this is how it starts. See, I look at this as like kind of like a self-defense thing because in these people's mind, they think they're being attacked mentally, psychologically, and all that stuff. So then they're justified in just lashing out at people and getting violent back. When in actuality, you're just a weirdo that just randomly attacks someone. And if someone like defends themselves and knocks them back, then you cry victim and stuff. That's how they try to justify themselves when really they're just garbage people. And Canada did something like that, except with protesters. And apparently, I think a few Americans who donated to those who protested during the trucker convoy. But going after one's money isn't right. No, it's a bunch of pussy moves. Unfortunately, very probability of it fulfilling scripture when the Antichrist comes, because the Antichrist is going to be on a one finance system. So something's going to happen. And it could just be, join this specific bank funding stuff, or you cannot do anything. When is this DEI money running out so all these F-slurs lose their fake jobs? Who knows? Mock joke, ridicule, disavow, whatever. Those idiots will almost always resort to going after someone's income or harass them if they can't. Again, but that's the catch-22. The catch-22 is that any sort of pushback against them, they crumble immediately. They crumble immediately, or they run to someone. They run to someone else to hopefully dogpile on the person that's supposedly attacking them. Yeah, unfortunately, the whole scary bank situation and going after the finances and stuff like that, I can very much see it from a scripture perspective of that kind of slowly becoming the case. It's very scary. But anyway, such an approach reveals a willingness to employ underhanded methods to silence opposition, highlighting the truly insidious nature of his agenda. More coke being came flooding through as many people were sharing his post with me on Twitter. Nothing to cope and seethe about when they still look at stupid as they did 24 hours. Wait, what? These guys think they get a win and they go right back to hosting defamation on their websites. LOL. I mean, the website was taken off and now it's back on. And that was your whole point, because you declared that this website was somehow doing defamation and that taking said website off is the win, but now it's back. So you lost. Okay. Nothing to cope and seethe about when they still look at stupid as they did 24 hours ago, sharing the same defamatory statements that I'm taking legal action upon. And man, you're going to lose that action big time. I don't even think you're probably going to go through it, honestly, because you straight up just asked right here, I'm asking you to help me to stop this. What does help me mean? Again, it's very vague, so we don't know. Helping could mean, once again, do a false mass reporting, or I don't know, donate to me or something like that. Very possible. I don't know. For a moment, I think I'm going to head off and save this episode to watch later. Yeah, it's up to you. I appreciate you swinging by, Scotty. They're made of the straws they throw at others, very easily frail to the wind of truth. Indeed, indeed. All right. So apparently he breaks down more a vacation fund like Keffels. So their initial reaction to takedown and the response to the statement. Okay, so I don't know how long. Yeah, we're getting kind of close to the end here, but looks like there's just a bunch of just spurging out. It's hard to take it seriously when Smash goes on a stream and says, I didn't even research why I put him on there in the first place and think there any sort of reason to take him seriously. I mean, I look at your face and I don't take you seriously, especially when you apparently threaten people that if they came up to you in a bar and talk shit, that you would be kicked out because you would fist fight them. Conte initially celebrated when she saw a victory of online justice, only to later dismiss the reinstatement as inconsequential. His site is back up, but he hasn't taken down his petition. Dude was so shook he lost check notes, a page with links to his low effort YouTube videos and poorly written articles. Lol. Dude, you work for Kotaku. Oh, that wasn't Mercante. That was Kate Bush's husband, apparently. Okay. I mean, the whole point was to get the website mass flagged so that it would be taken down. And you succeeded for like a day, and now it's back up. So who's the real people ring over here? Dude thinks more about you than he does his wife. Sure, plumber at law. In the end, the saga serves as a reminder of the power of the community and the importance of vigilance against false flag attacks. Yeah, false flag in the end is gay. And if you participate in that, you're gay as well. But I will admit there were times where, I had the Bugs Bunny mindset, where he says fight fire with fire. I always say, like with Yosemite Sam when he runs down the stairs where all the gunpowder is, and it's like, or no, I think it was Wile E. Coyote. Yeah, it was like Wile E. Coyote sends a mechanical rabbit over, and then as he's about to get ready to, pull the plunger to have it explode, there's a mechanical coyote. And he's like, fight fire with fire. I always say kaboom. I'm glad that, not I'm glad, but I won't lie in saying that I sometimes do that as well. We're all guilty of doing it, But yeah, this false flagging shit, just because you don't like what someone says, is gay. I like to catch them when I can. Peace. Well, that's pretty much it. Oh, geez. Makane is the result of a dumb stripper telling an aging, slightly less dumb stripper that she's smart. Oh, ouch. Well, there you go. Website's back. Good job, Smash TV. Or TV. JT, because it looks like a TV. Way to fight the good fight. All right, getting close to that main topic of Neil Druckmann. But apparently old Capcom is supposedly remaking Resident Evil 0 and Code Veronica. As I stated earlier, of course, just ignoring that Resident Evil 5 one. That'd be too dangerous. So following the enormous success, this comes from IGN. Following the enormous success of the Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4 remake, Capcom has turned its attention to remakes of Resident Evil 0 and Code Veronica. That's according to a Twitter X report by Dusk Golem, who said remakes of Resident Evil 0 and Code Veronica are, quote, in development right now. IGN can collaborate that 0 and Code Veronica are the next two Resident Evil remakes scheduled to release. Capcom is yet to comment on this report. And then 0 launched on the GameCube in 2002 as a prequel to the 96 Resident Evil. It covers the events surrounding the STARS Bravo team in the Arklay Mountains, with the player switching between police officer Rebecca Chambers and convicted former Force reconnaissance officer Billy Cohen. And then it got an HD remake in 2016 before being released on the Switch in 2019. And then Code Veronica, originally released for the Dreamcast in 2000. Man, I remember playing Code Veronica on my PlayStation 2. Still have the game. And with the demo disc of Devil May Cry. As the fourth mainline Resident Evil game and the first in the series to launch on a non-PlayStation console. Stars Claire and her brother Chris as they battle to survive an outbreak in a remote prison island in the Southern Ocean. It ditched the pre-rendered backgrounds of previous Resident Evil games to use real-time 3D environments with dynamic camera movement. The game was remastered for 360 and PlayStation 3. It's available via backwards compatibility. So it's come as no surprise as more remakes were on the way, although at a time it stopped short of announcing which games it would be. Resident Evil 4 at a PlayStation Partner Awards event in Japan, attended and translated by IGN Japan. Resident Evil 4 remake director Yasuhiro Anpo said the company would announce its next Resident Evil remake in due course. Yes, Anpo replied when asked if Capcom wanted to keep making Resident Evil remakes. We released 3 remakes so far, and they've been received very well. Since it's also a modern audience to play these games, gosh, do not use the word modern audience. Fuck them. It is something I am happy to do as someone that loves these older games, and we want to continue doing more. What game we will remake in the future is something that we would like to announce in the future, so please look forward to it. Obviously, not touching that Resident Evil 5. Meanwhile, Capcom is already working on the next mainline Resident Evil game, currently dubbed 9 by fans. However, Capcom's next AAA release is Monster Hunter Wilds, due at the point in 2025. So there you go. It still always interests me on how, like, just these people can declare that, like, oh yeah, it's being developed right now, and then IGN can corroborate with that Zero and Code Veronica are in the next 2 Resident Evil remakes, and then Capcom has yet to comment on this report. Yep, exactly. Modern Rainbow. The gay reading Rainbow. That was awesome in the past. I remember watching Reading Rainbow in school. Gosh, I need to warm up more before I go live. Get my vocals warmed up, you know. Anyway, so we are here. We are at the main event. I guess not really an event. And that is, of course, Sony now backtracking their supposedly interview with Druckmann, saying that it was heavily edited, and apologizing. Too bad LeVar Burton is a lib cuck. All right, so you guys can see it. Yep, we're on the official Sony website under the Creative Entertainment Vision interview. In a reviewing, oh my gosh, reviewing our recent interview. Gosh, viewing. 2 re's and 2 viewings in the same sentence. With Naughty Dog's Neil Druckmann, we have found several significant errors and inaccuracies that don't represent his perspective and values, including topics such as animation, writing, technology, AI, and future projects. We apologize to Neil for representing his words or misrepresenting his words, and for any negative impact this interview might have caused him and his team. Oh, I think there is more negative impact against him and his team than this interview. Like, don't hold your breath there, Sony. In coordination with Naughty Dog and SIE, we have removed the interview, but alas, I'm sure someone has saved it. In fact, possibly could be on one of my past channels because we read it. I don't know if we read the whole thing, but we did read it. All right, so the interview was removed. Sony sucking dick. And we've got a video game chronicle here that has Sony apologizes to Neil Druckmann following heavily edited interview. So he posted his unedited comments when we read that Monday. So Sony published an interview with the Naughty Dog designer on its website in which he was quoted as saying that his next title could redefine mainstream perceptions of gaming. Now, I said it before, while it didn't actually state like these specific words, he did give off the attitude that it was going to be something like that. Let's not fool ourselves here. We know it. We know Cuckman's ego here. However, Druckmann took to a social media to claim he never made such comments and published what he claimed to be his unredacted words in full, suggesting that Sony's version was heavily edited to the point where context was lost. It wasn't really lost to me. I still got the same vibe. In editing, but I'm just one person. In editing my rambling answers in my recent interview with Sony, some of my words, okay, I believe I've read this yesterday, and then he provided a full transcript of his answer. A message on the Sony group portal now reads, in re-reviewing our recent interview with Naughty Dog's Neil Druckmann, we have found several significant errors and inaccuracies that don't represent, we just read that. We apologize to Neil. We read that too. Although it's not uncommon for corporate comms teams to edit quotes for clarity and brevity, it's unusual for the subject of such a comment to publish their original unedited words. Last year, Druckmann suggested Naughty Dog would reveal its next game closer to its release than has previously been the case, in a bid to combat work-life balance issues that arose from announcing what it was working on too soon. Well, that was a very disappointing article. I thought there would be more to it than just that. Oh yeah, there's a Black Ops 6. I liked 1 and 2, but I stopped giving a crap about Call of Duty in general long ago. Sony says PS4 remains an important part of our business, with 50% of users, I guess, still active. Here, let's check that out. Nearly 4 years into its successor's lifespan, during Sony's business segment meeting on Wednesday, new co-CEO shared an update. That would be CIE's new co-CEO shared an update on the PlayStation business and its strategies for the future. Hideaki Nishino, who will start his new role as CEO of SIE's platform business group this weekend, said that PS5 is PlayStation's most profitable generation to date, with operation income close to eclipsing all others combined. Is that really true? I heard how is that possible? The PS5 did terrible. Like, you have no game catalog. I don't believe that. I mean, maybe it's true. However, he revealed that PlayStation 4 still makes up exactly half of its monthly active console user at 49 million users. Yeah, how can you say this, but then go, oh yeah, like half of it, like half of the activity though is like from PS4. How can you say that? Why? Why would you say that? So as you can see, the PlayStation 5 user base has continued to grow significantly, driving to half of our monthly activity consoles. Said during a web call, while the PlayStation 4 is still an important part of our business, the PlayStation 5 players are even more engaged than in our previous generation, and we expect these trends to continue. So here you go right here. So PlayStation, 24 bill, operating income, 3 bill. Most profitable generation to date. Okay, where's the PS5? It's not listed in here. Why is it saying that the PS5 is like, oh, here it is, derp. I thought that was like the total. Never mind. What? Okay. Look at the sales though. It's like a billion. It's like what would that be? A $1 billion difference. Like the PlayStation 4 sales are doing better than the PS5. And then the PS4 operating income is not a big difference, in my opinion. Like, if we're talking, like, it's in the billions. And you're just talking like a 1 billion difference. I mean, I don't know. Then you got this PlayStation 5, 56 million monthly active counts. It's split in the middle. Okay, so you have I am literally seeing a 1 billion difference. I'm not the best at math, by the way. I'm seeing a 1 billion difference between sales and like operating income, a split down the middle of monthly active consoles, with PS5, yeah, obviously with more gameplay hours. But the question is, are the gameplay hours PS4 gameplay? Because they don't have a catalog. I don't know. So according to SIE, get out of here, you damn bug. So PS5 users are spending more money and spending more time playing games than on PS4. Okay, yes, but what are they playing though? Like PS4 stuff? That to me that would make a difference because that's showing that like they're only getting it because it's just the newer technology. Other than that, like you're not selling games. PS5 users are spending per console more on add-on content, okay, services and peripheral, but 12% less on full games according to Sony. And there you go. Right there. See? If you're selling a system because people want new games and the only stuff that is selling are add-ons or services or peripherals, that's a problem. Excuse me. That's a problem. Director of Research and Insights at Nico Partners recently commented that live service games have made the most recent console transitions unique. One thing that's different from the transition this generation to the transition last generation is that live service plays a much larger role. Yeah, because you're forcing everyone to go digital. PS5 has sold the same as PS4 has done in the same time frame, but those on PS3 weren't buying DLC, MTX, battle passes every day. Again, because okay, you can't even compare the PS3 because I remember back in the beginning when PlayStation Network was free. Come on now. Don't give me that. And DLC, a lot of it could have been free or very, very cheap. But but now you're wanting these battle passes and network passes and all that stuff. Going forward, the platform holder says it wants to introduce more players to the PS5, will make games for it via peripherals and extending to new devices. Okay, where's the video game aspect? Come on, Sony. Oh my gosh. See, I don't believe any of this. Like, yeah, the numbers are right there, but they're making it like, oh yeah, like we're doing really good. And it's like, dude, you're barely doing good. Like, come on. Currently, the number of shipped PS5 consoles is roughly in line with the I don't get this article. Well, not the person who write it, but these people at Sony hyping it up. All I'm seeing in this, oh yeah, it's either the same or there's like a little bit difference. Other than that, exact same thing. Oh my gosh. So dumb. So PlayStation will continue, studio CEO Herman Hulst said it will continue to try to grow its most popular franchises, strengthen its live service capabilities, and extend games to new devices. What games? All I've seen are lots of remakes, very limited like exclusives like Stellar Blade. And you guys got backlash on that one because you stepped in and said, no, it's got to be censored. Oh my gosh. So in Tentpole, it's Tentpole games will be existing a hit franchise and ambitious new IP. There, people. This is where remakes like is starting to become dangerous. Like the Resident Evil remakes, they're good, but now this is giving companies ideas that they just want remakes, and people are like, yeah, we want remakes, but don't modern audience it. Gosh, this is getting stupid. So Halt said from studios with proven track records of success. This will be supplemented with live service games and experimental titles showcasing innovation. PlayStation will continue to release its Temple single player releases on console first, he said, while live service games will target both console and PC. Earlier this year, Sony's gaming division made what it's called the extremely hard decision to reduce its overall headcount by about 8% or about 900 people, which included the closure of its long-running London studio. The company previously confirmed it's planning no, quote, major existing franchise titles during the period until April 2025. However, it plans to release Concord, the new online IP from UK-based Fire Spirits, sometime this year. Oh, this person said that's because they still haven't made a slim replacement model for 300. Want people to move over? Give us the 300 small and quiet edition. Very true. One comment and bashing about like how garbage this is. Well, there you go. There was an additional one that just made me just go, oh, you know, but oh my gosh. Is this the last console generation? I think Steam Deck is the future. I don't know. See, even video games for me has gotten pretty garbage too, because all they're doing is remaking shit and then modernizing it for people who hate the games. And they're listening to them. But luckily, there's a shining hope, because with the backlash with Stellar Blade and Tomb Raider Remaster, there is a possibility that they're starting to get the pig shit out of their ears and are actually listening to people that like, dude, we don't care about a remake. Like, we love remakes or remasters. That's fine. Don't touch it and modernize it with woke bullshit. But yeah, I don't know. At this point, like, the only studio that I think that could actually still carry this monocle of console generation is Nintendo. Maybe it's to go to PC just because they'll mod it and get the uncensored version if they can. What's my opinion on the new Paper Mario? I literally don't get the hype. People want it on a new console. I think it's garbage because they've already censored it twice. We've seen one with the 3 Goombas in the beginning, getting rid of the cat calling, and then catering to woke people about Vivian being confirmed transgender in the remake, when in the original, you know, Japanese have different words for, you know, a woman that thinks they're a man, or a man that thinks they're a woman, a feminine man, XYZ. GameCube version still looks right. It does. Just play the GameCube version. It looks fine. I'm not going to be picking up the remake. I'll only pick up the remake if someone figures out how to hack it and correct the dialogue, which I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. Well, that is all I had for tonight, folks. So just encourage people to make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the show. We do it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 p.m. Central Time. And then Tuesday and Thursday, I do gaming, 8 p.m. And then over the weekend, just some gaming. Let's see if we can redirect our channel anywhere. See if there's anybody on YouTube. Let's see, Camelot's live, but so is Nina Infinity. Let's go. And Alex Zedra is online over on Rumble. So we'll do Nina on YouTube, and then Alex over on Rumble here. Trying to get Alex on the show. I like Alex. Think she'd be a fun guest. All righty. All right. Thanks. So again, thanks everyone for hanging out. You guys have a good rest of your night. Take care. God bless. And I'll send you guys off. Make sure to like and subscribe, turn on notifications. And if you want to help support the channel beyond the algorithm, maybe consider checking out membership and subscription tiers. Help go towards just growing the channel and providing you guys hopefully some fun content. All right. I'll see you guys later. Take care. God bless and peace.